People love drama. Like we talked about it earlier. You know, I hate to bring it up, but like you see this Nick Rekieta drama. I'm obsessed with it.
I mean, this is decently big news. I mean, is there any outlets that's covering this?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Because he just got arrested, right?
You're talking about Nick. Oh, yeah, he just got arrested for scheduled possession of a scheduled substance or whatever.
But apparently, like other people as well.
So his wife, and so it gets really deep. There's this guy, Steel Toe Morning Show. That's his ex-wife, April. They're currently in a divorce.
We'll slow down. And so this one is decently big news, but it's not great national news. But it is. I still think it hits that level. For those that don't know, Nick Rekieta he's got what 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
he's a prominent legal commentator who's covered big stories related, like Kyle Rittenhouse and things like that. And so apparently he's fallen onto some addiction and hard times or something.
Well, one year I think he was almost the top super chat getter of the whole entire year, supposedly. I mean,
yeah, he was doing long streams with lawyers, and I guess recently he left his camera running while he was.
Looked weird.
Taking care of himself?
That's what it looked like. His shoulder was moving in a weird way, and I know he's a lawyer and he's pretty litigious, so I don't know what he was doing, but it didn't look good. But this story is really actually kind of dark, and you probably don't know, but this April girl, she's actually a co-host of the show called Steel Toe Morning Show. And the guy that's divorcing her has come out and said that they're all using drugs, and then it's very random that they get arrested today because the stream just happened, I believe, 2 days ago. So something's really going on with Nick. I hope he gets help. But yeah, it's kind of big news because all the law tubers, what's really ironic is that he covers criminal cases, and now his case is going to be covered by all the law tubers. So
yeah, it said he was arrested. Was it possession of ammo and a firearm while user of a controlled substance or something?
Yeah, drugs, 5th degree possession. It's bad.
And that's crazy. And then who's this woman?
So that's what I'm talking about. So
April?
she was a co-host of a show called Steel Toe Morning Show. And this guy, Aaron Amolte, her current husband, even though they're going through a divorce, basically admitted that he would hang out with Nick and them, and that they were doing wife swapping, and that they were using ecstasy and cocaine. And this is what Aaron said. And so they're doing not very good. It's juicy. But the reason why I bring it up is drama. This is like candy. You know, all day I read about Trump, and we read about how the war in Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. But when you hear drama like this, it is literally like...
Candy's bad for you.
I know. It's literally, it's so bad.
Yeah.
But
I don't think this is candy.
You don't think so?
No.
Like drama, other people's personal
Candace
drama?
and Ben calling for a debate is, on the scale of importance, like 1 being not important at all, 10 being the most important thing in the world, a 3. It's like, oh, there's interesting questions that I think they could have a conversation around, and we're wondering why there was this claim of an NDA and Candace was shut down. I mean, and any discussion on economic policy is more important than that, but it has merit. This I'd put in a similar camp where it's like a prominent host giving legal commentary that a lot of people are getting their understanding of law and criminal cases, especially pertaining to politics, is arrested and charged and having some kind of breakdown. I'd probably put on a 3, meaning there's a time and a place for when it matters to talk about because it affects the greater media landscape. So maybe it is. This one I don't think is candy because it's important and it's about someone who's going through struggles, and there's a conversation that can come out of this about that could lead to helping other people who are sick.
Yeah, and it could help him, but I guess maybe why I said the candy part is because of the video where he is so inebriated. I mean, he's just like this, and I mean, everybody's had bad moments, I guess, in their life, but to do it live streaming when you're in control of the live stream, it's really bad.
Look, I should need to understand this, okay? Because you've had a bunch of prominent streamers who have been caught somehow on camera with like...
DSP got caught cranking it. Do you know who that is?
No.
Darkside Phil?
No, but there's also like some streamers who like their folders were visible and you can see some stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, my friends, why are you using your work broadcasting computer for untoward activities?
100%. You should never be cranking it in your home studio. I mean, you'd think you'd have a separate place for that, but this is his place where he does it.
This is why I say it's not just candy. I mean, the conversation around how we've transformed our production facilities from work environments into our bedrooms has opened the door for people to be on camera, and you know what I'm saying?
Tubing.
Well, and then you saw, I don't know if you saw the video, it went so viral, you definitely saw it, where Eliza Jordana she got beat up by a guy, but she actually hit the guy first. You know, it was that video in a car, got millions of views.
No, I don't know.
Well, she just live streams her life. And then there's another girl that was on Court TV called Vegan Patriot. She's an IRL streamer. She just ran over somebody on stream. So it's weird how now we have a camera on everybody.
Yeah.
So you see the most degenerate things. But I think it's only going to get
It's
worse.
encouraging it too, because you've got the harassment streamers
Oh,
You know
yeah,
those?
yeah.
These are people who intentionally go and harass people on the streets. There's one kid who hired a bodyguard. Have you seen this kid?
Yeah, and then
There's a kid who hired a bodyguard. He goes and he picks fights, and then if you try to stop him, his bodyguard will threaten you. I'm like, dude, that ain't gonna fly in West Virginia. No
that guy,
joke.
Jack
Don't do that.
Doherty is the guy that does that. He's like
I
an
don't know who that is.
OnlyFans kid. He's degenerate as it comes, and yeah, he like has a bodyguard. He'll like push somebody. He's an IRL streamer.
An
I mean,
OnlyFans kid. What is that?
he like helps. He
question.
grooms girls that are 18 years old and says, "Oh, come to my house in Miami and learn how to be an OnlyFans model." And he does it too. And then his brother is supposedly a gay porn star too. So it is weird, but he does that. He's the guy that does the thing where he would walk by somebody, he would bump them, and then when the guy tries to go, respond, he has this huge bodyguard. So that's kind of like
I'm so glad I know
they don't
nothing
fly in
about
West
that
Virginia.
world. Yeah.
I recommend not doing that in places like this.
No.
Because you're gonna bump into a guy who's not gonna think twice, and everyone here is armed. Constitutional carry state. It's the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of threats. People don't mess around.
Yep.
No, but the
jokes.
internet, like when you talk about these streamers, that is sadly where it's going. Like the most popular streamers, I think, on here, on YouTube, are like people that just IRL stream or just sit in front of their green screen. Like I Show Speed. I mean, not saying he's bad or good. It's just people don't even care about high production. They just want to see like 24/7.
Do you think it's like the internet brings out?
Yep.
I think of all the fight video. What was it called? Like
Bum fights.
World Star.
World Star, thank you. Where
Yeah.
it's like all the fights in schools and stuff would go a bit viral. Like this idea that we want to see humanity at its worst, and you can get that on demand 24/7 on the internet
if you-
is enticing to people.
If you want to see humanity at its worst, go follow Anthony Cumia's Twitter account. It is literally just like a black guy beating up a Chinese woman every tweet. I mean, seriously, every tweet. You're like, how much is this going on? But I think that's good that we see it. But there is a lot of violence
Humanity at its worst is also C-SPAN live streaming in DC. That's the worst.
Well,
right
you know
there
that
for me.
you remember that video of that white
worse
girl
than
that got
violence?
bashed in the head.
Oh,
and spun on the
yeah.
ground?
And they're
That's
not going to charge her as an adult.
Well, because they're saying that she's actually the bully who swung first. And a lot of people are pointing that out. It's the white girl who swung at the black girl first, but then the black girl stomped her out and shattered
she
her skull.
smashed her head.
Right.
I mean, that was
And so
a
the
bad
argument
video.
was, it doesn't matter if you start a fight, you don't destroy someone's brain over it. But they're arguing that the white girl was a bully who had a history of causing problems and attacking this girl, so she fought back, and now they're saying they're not going to charge her for it.
But I thought the other girl was actually on suspension for fighting already, from what I read. I don't know. That's a weird
Welcome
case.
to modern American high schools. Get your kid out of these schools.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
seriously.
a school
going on
near
here?
here that like apparently went into a lockdown or state of emergency because the students were just like couldn't be managed, right? Like it is interesting to me that the generation that is so online, like you're talking about, they're more likely to see real life violent content. Remember when everyone was hysterical about video games all the time? We're also seeing all kinds of breakdowns in schools constantly.
Right.
Like this, I think the internet, while an incredible tool and obviously allows me to do this job, like there is a very dark side, and it is really affecting the young people of this
And
country.
I don't think it's unique to just the internet though, because we've been televising war and violence on TV. Like it's been on TV forever.
But speaking of that,
Wait,
Tim, you can look it up. The CIA, got caught making fake beheading videos. You saw that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Type in CIA beheading videos.
Real quick though, how about we talk about the members only? Because I have a question.
Okay, it's good. We'll get deep.
This arrest
Come to
record.
members only.
This arrest record says possess schedule 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a drug.
I know, but does that mean they have a bunch of different ones?
I think so. I believe so. Aaron Amolte, the guy that was hanging out with him, said that he used Molly, MDMA, and cocaine while he was hanging out with him very recently. So I'd imagine they probably have a little bit of weed too. I don't know that. I'm just speculating.
Well, they're reclassifying that, aren't they?
They're what?
Yeah, Biden said they're going to drop that from like 1.
They should.
Yeah, they
I mean,
want to
marijuana.
reclassify it, but it's not reclassified yet.
It's technically classified as a more dangerous drug than fentanyl.
yeah.
Oh wow! So wait, so this is Nick and his wife,
That's his wife, Kayla.
and then and then this lady is
They're
what?
in a throuple right now.
So they're a throuple.
Supposedly, yes.
It looks like she's just getting charged for like being in the house and
because
party.
she's just staying there currently. She's going through a divorce, and she's been living at the
so
Reketas.
she's getting charged because they had drugs.
Yes, basically. But she's used, supposedly, there's a lot of footage of her on these streams, and it seems like she's under the influence of a narcotic as well. It's a very sad story. I mean, I've been reading about it all day today. I hate to admit that, but sometimes I have to distract myself from, because we know the world is crumbling, right? We know the world is screwed up. We know that, like, everything
In
bad.
a different life, do you think you'd own a tabloid?
I would love to own a tabloid. Are you kidding? National Enquirer, I'd own it right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Gossip is good. I mean, it's not good, but it is interesting. People love it. Like you brought up the Daily Wire. That was the best thing on Twitter for a while. You know, Ben and
We talked
Candace
about it.
writing.
I
that's
think it
what
was
I'm
one of the
saying.
lead
I mean,
stories. But I think
is it meant to distract us? Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
No,
Well,
I think distraction stories would be like Ben Shapiro got into an argument with a waiter, and then like there's a video going viral of him, and it's like, well, how does that impact anything really? Like, that happens all the time. Candace and Ben arguing over Israel-Palestine, causing a rift in the company, and how this resulted in a firing matters for the media landscape, but also the issue of Israel-Palestine as it pertains to American politics and media. So while I don't think it's the most important thing in the world, them having a debate over Israel-Palestine could answer a lot of questions people want out in the open in modern society from two high-profile personalities. The question of why is it anti-Semitic to say we shouldn't be giving military funding? We don't want to give funding to Israel. Oh, that's anti-Semitic. Okay, well, why? Let's have that debate out in the open. So Candace and Ben having conversations around that, I think, is very important.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, because like if you bring up the World Central Kitchen, Jose Andreas's humanitarian project that feeds, people that are like in war-torn countries or like, hit by a natural disaster, I want to be on Israel's side, but Israel also bombed humanitarian aid workers. Both sides are wrong.
Well, right.
I don't support Hamas at all, but if you just say that, if you're critical whatsoever of Israel, you're automatically anti-Semitic, which is ridiculous.
Thanks for watching this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to check out the live show Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on this channel. Subscribe and we'll see you all there.